Tick is the name of these monsters. I'm like, bro, do you know how small an actual tick is, bro? Like, okay. So this doesn't open up or anything. I'm not missing. Yeah, Rob, go ahead. Do what you gotta do, man. Thank you so much for stopping by, man, hanging out. Yo, can we get a shout out, please, for Platinum Rob? Feel bad I was talking to Rob all this whole time and didn't even shout him out. Also, nope. Ooh, we got a chest. Yo, is your name King? I don't want to say your name wrong. Manny Lick? Thank you so much for the raid, bro. Did I butcher your name? Please don't tell me. Please tell me I didn't butcher your name. I don't want to just call you King either, because I call a lot of people in chat King. We got a lot of kings and queens in this community. Ah, this is this part. I remember this part. I remember. You remember? You probably don't remember, but I remember. Hey, yo. Allie, what's up? Guys, there goes my future fuck buddy right there. Rooney Alley. Hey, yo. Oh, shit. Allie, how's it? How you doing? How's hanging outside? Being a social butterfly and shit. There's something I gotta do with that. Fuck them all up. Fuck them up. Just got home like 30 minutes ago. Shower and in bed. Beach all day, then dinner with a friend. Yo, let's fucking go. What we have for dinner, though? You entered a big back chat. So, what we have for dinner, man? Talk us through it nice and slow. Like you're having sex with the food.
Your mom said I could have just one peanut butter square, but not
One
till
peanut butter
after
square.
they cool down.
Good boy, Catbug.
I'm Catbug.
Oh, did I fuck up? No. Shay, what's going on, beautiful? How you doing? Shay, how's mom? How's the baby? How's stepdad? Tell stepdad I said yeah. Oh my god. I had a very moist and tender carne guisada. Fuck. with some wet habichuela y arroz. Fuck.
We outside!
Oh, fuck. Come out and come. That sounds really fucking good. You went to a Dominican spot? Talk to him nice. Yo, that was more than I asked for. Thank you, Allie. I'm sorry, Ray. That's Allie's cum. You can't let that go to waste. I think I got all the cash. That's really all I'm worried about is getting all the cash. You got cash money? Baby has now learned how to open cabinets. So we have the locks on. Takes like 3 steps at a time. Mom is great. Stepdad loves the attack. Oh, yo, Stepdad, hold on. Has he seen it though? Has like Stepdad really seen it? Like we got the, we got the Vegeta. There's a little skin peeling over here. Don't mind that. There's a little skin peeling there, but we got Vegeta. And then after that we got the Majin Buu. Right there. I already got my appointment set because over here, being that it's Vegeta and Majin Buu, we're gonna have Majin Vegeta right here in between the two of them. And then I'm gonna have Frieza, Cell, and androids 17 and 18 all on my upper arm. It's gonna be a good time. They're all manga pages, manga layouts. How you doing though, Shay? We haven't talked in a while, Shay. How you doing? How are you doing? How you feeling? I hope you're taking care of yourself. I hope you're masturbating daily. You DM'd me? When did you DM me? I'm sorry. DM me again so that it could be all the way on the top. I'm sorry, Shay. I don't want you to think I ignored you or anything. I'm sorry. DM me again. I'm at the end of it all, I'm getting both sleeves done. So I'm getting all of this done and I'm getting all of this done. This sleeve right here is going to be all the villains from DBZ. This one arm right here is just going to be all of Goku and Frieza's moments. Like, cause that Goku Frieza rivalry / dynamic is probably my favorite in all of anime, especially when they finally come full circle and have to work together to fight Jiren to save the universe and shit. So like this whole sleeve is gonna be all Goku Frieza. And then one of my legs, I don't know if I'm gonna go full leg sleeve or I'm just gonna do my upper, like my thighs, but that's gonna be waifus. So that's gonna be Bulma, Chun-Li, Android 18, Cammy, and I'm gonna have them pretty much, I don't know, on some sexy shit on my thigh, or maybe my whole leg. I don't know yet. We'll come to that. And then my other leg, I'm gonna have my other passion, which is dinosaurs. Dinosaurs. I'm gonna do some dinosaur stuff, and then eventually, well, I'll probably do my back before I do my legs though, because my back I want to do IRL related shit. So my back is gonna be a portrait of Teddy and Zelda, my 2 dogs, And then I'm just gonna have a lot of other stuff that depict certain family members. So it's gonna be cool. Oh, I'm not sure where I want to go. Okay, I'm gonna jump here first. Man, if anyone could attest to that, Allie, it's definitely Shay. Shay has seen me in my fucking underwears. We've roomed together in TwitchCon and shit.
Not enough.
I don't think she hasn't seen me butt ass though. But we're gonna put a yet at the end of that. Cause who knows where life might take us.
We're frying it too. This can't get any better. What else? What are we gonna do? You move mountains.
I started late, Carly. I started like at 10:30. I started really late. But man, I highly suggest, Carly, I highly suggest you go back and watch the VOD from this stream, because the first half an hour of this stream was so out of fucking pocket. It got to the point where I was asking Jax to take off her panties and leave them for me to investigate. I don't know. I was saying a whole lot of shit. And it all started because of you fucking assholes with the whole Rick Notes channel and shit. Like, I thought y'all was Team Rick, you know? I thought y'all was on my team. And lo and behold, fucking, I see Carly while I'm hanging out with my family. I see Carly like, oh, I just came in here because I was gonna post this picture, but Lauren got to it first. Hello? Oh, I gotta shoot that. Okay. Move mountains.
Gotcha.
Honestly, yeah, you literally caused so much havoc one day being active in the Discord. Wait. What do you mean the notes are out of hand? And then what do you mean by 3 times? You went into you went into the notes channels 3 times because you wanted to post something and it was already posted? Arrow, welcome on in. Thank you for the pun. Brother. Yo, so I found out, Carly. I found out from Duff, and now I'm kind of worried about it. But apparently, you could go into your IG settings and have it where IG could exclusively just show you posts that have your friends' notes on it. And fucking Duff activated that setting, and he just got flooded with a whole bunch of notes. It was a good time. It was a good time. All I'm saying is I'm just saying what you guys are thinking. What I'm saying in those notes, you guys are thinking. Which led to why I was asking Jax for their panties, because I was talking about like just seeing a whole entire egg yolk there undisturbed, unbothered, and then when you break the yolk and it just makes all the food come together, like everybody gets wet because of that. Literally everybody gets wet because of that. And I was like, Jax was trying to say no, and I was like, bullshit. Go ahead and watch that post, and after you watch that post, take off your fucking panties and leave them to the side so that I could investigate them. And then Jax was like, bold of you to assume that I'm wearing panties. It's like, yo, fuck you guys, man. They are absolutely not what I'm thinking, Carly. You're a fucking liar. All right, Carly. Just stop lying. You know what? But you're not lying to us, Carly. All right? You're lying to yourself. And I just want you to stop doing that because you need to love yourself, Carly. Okay? Stop lying to yourself, Carly. Listen, you don't have to like eggs, all right, to enjoy an undisturbed yolk getting fucking crushed and then just splooging every...
I come back to splooge, or what are we splooging on?
Well, you apparently are splooging on a lot of things, which I respect. Hey, yo! Hot tour! You move mountains. Rick, I'm gonna let you finish.
Number one splooge on is you.
Hey, yo.
Did you just nut to that?
I also noticed that since the start of the stream,
Yes, Daddy.
since the start of the stream, I've had 4 people unfollow me, so.
Egg slut is the house of splooge. That yolk drooled into my mouth.
Exactly.
Did you just nut to that?
Exactly. I guess those 4 people weren't ready for the nastiness, man.
He's pulling his cock out!
That's one thing I have not done today. Although the day is still young. It's 12:39 here, but it's still 9:39 somewhere else, so we still got time. We still got time. Everybody, I hope everybody here has masturbated today and taking care of themselves. Roy, you get. Oh shit! You son of a bitch! Oh! Oh shit! Okay. Gotta open that gate somehow. I have not. What does you being celibate have to do with you masturbating, bro? You could be celibate and still masturbate. Carly, yo, Carly, I will never look at Sundays the same. But also, them Snapchats better be coming in, man.
This man has no hose, chat. I want to emphasize this. I want to make this a very, clear, straight to the point announcement, chat. The man has no hose.
I haven't mentioned anything about hoes. I was literally asking a friend, what does celibacy have to do with masturbation? It's literally all I said. Pray for Rick. Nah, when you said I pray for your bitch ass, bro, that fucking sent me. That fucking sent me, Carly. Cause like, yo, I pray for your bitch ass. That's how I know I ain't shit. Oh man, I love it. Can't take you can take the girl out of New York, you just can't take the New York out of the girl.
Bigger up close. Well, let's crash their little party.
He has 4 less hosts since he started stream. That's a fucking mood. You thought it said no hopes? No, it's no hoes. Damn, not y'all praying for me during Dory May, bro. That's disrespectful, bro. That's crazy. I'm starting to see a lot of your true colors, man. I'll tell you what, Carly. That nail color looks good on you. But this color right now, this color don't look good on you. That orange dress, forget about it. I was about to replay that snap. That's how good it looked on you. But this color, no. It's not a good color on you, Carly. It ain't it. It ain't it. Okay. I think I got all the cash.
Please man upstairs. Send a hoe down for Rick. He lost 4 today. Big Rick 37 blessin'.
Y'all ain't shit, bro. Y'all ain't shit. Literally none of y'all ain't shit, bro. Like,
but they will crush us with their numbers. Listen to the voice of reason. There is a thin line between being a survivor and being a coward.
nah, not you howling, bro. The disrespect that goes on in this channel, bro.
I'm up to a 2.
I'm happy. I'm happy you are, bro. Real talk, I'm really happy. I know you're going through shit, man. Today, while I was playing with my nephew, right? And like I think today was the first time like I really understood what not having a father figure could do for like a kid in their life. Mind you, I didn't really have one myself. But like I'm talking about like having like a stable father figure in a kid's life. Cause one of my nephews like I'll first talk about my nephew. My nephew,
You're not my dad!
when it comes to my nephew isn't the tallest. You know what I mean? He's short. Right? My nephew reminds me of me. Like I wasn't the tallest in my group. I was probably always the shortest in my group. But I never let that shit stop me from like, you know, doing what I did in sports. So my nephew, he's slowly building up his confidence, you know what I mean? So today, while we was out there playing, football, my nephew had one of his friends who's significantly taller than him. He was talking so much shit to my nephew. They first started in basketball. Now, mind you, my nephew, basketball isn't really his passion. He just likes to do basketball because it keeps him active. You know what I mean? So my nephew like I saw that he wasn't really feeling it, right? And this kid is talking so much shit to him, you know, saying that, you know, like he's gonna, you know, I'm gonna wash you and all this other stuff. And then I kind of slid in there. I was like, yo, y'all want to play football? And my nephew, like, his eyes lit up because, like, football is my nephew's shit. Like, he loves fucking football. So my nephew was like, yeah, let's do it. So then that's when my nephew started talking shit to this taller kid. And then, like, the kid wasn't backing down either. Like, they were both talking shit to each other. Me and Prez were looking at each other like, yo, this looks really familiar. Like, this is how we used to talk shit to not just one another, but to all of our other friends when we was playing sports. So it felt good to see it. So, mind you, like, my nephew probably reaches this kid's, like, nipples. You know what I mean? And so we're playing football, and, you know, I'm on my nephew's team, and first play, my nephew runs out and, like, just, like, beats the kid because, you know, shorter people are faster for the most part. So he beats the kid out, and I dot my nephew. My nephew caught a fucking touchdown, and then my nephew started talking shit to the kid. Like, so they went back and forth. You know what I mean? Like, they had like 3 touchdowns apiece and stuff. But there was this one kid. All right, there was this one kid who was playing in Prez's team, because it was Prez and my nephew's 2 friends, and it was me, my nephew, and one of his other friends. So there was this taller kid. Like, okay, so now you have the one kid that was already tall talking shit to my nephew, but then you had another kid who was even taller, but he was just quiet. I'm talking about he was really quiet, didn't say a fucking word. But I overheard him when we first started talking about football, because the other kid that was talking shit to my nephew, he thought he was slick, because as soon as we mentioned football, he went to that other kid, the taller kid, and immediately said, "You're on my team." Because the other kid that the other friend that my nephew had was like this little, you know, not to say that, like, you know, like race plays a part in anything or whatever, but it was like this little scrawny white boy, you know what I mean? Who I didn't realize, you know, could play football. I had no idea who this kid was. It was my first time meeting him, but, you know, it was this little white boy. So so now we got two significantly taller guys against 2 shorter, you know, like 2 significantly shorter kids, right? So I knew that other kid was trying to be really slick about it and trying to make, like, he was trying to make the team uneven. You get what I'm saying? So on top of talking shit with my nephew, he was trying to make the teams uneven. I'm gonna put some music while I tell this story. So anyways, so we start playing, and my nephew is just catching bombs, and then the other kid is catching touchdowns. So, like, you know, they're shit talking each other, whatever. But then there's the other tall kid that was very quiet. I overheard him before we even started playing football at all. He was like, "I rather, can I be the quarterback? I rather throw the football because I cannot catch." Like, he was very well aware of what he was capable of, okay? But we had already settled that me and Prez were going to be the quarterbacks, because we didn't want to get involved, you know, playing against the little kids, you know what I mean? Because it wouldn't be fair. So me and Prez would just be the quarterbacks. We'll be the ones just throwing the, you know, football, and the kids, you know, defend one another. They talk shit to one another. They do whatever they want to one another. So I guess finding out that he had to now be a wide receiver and he had to catch the football, his whole demeanor changed. He just got mad quiet. And so I picked up on it really fucking quick that he had no confidence in himself. Prez picked that up too. Like, we picked that up very, very fucking quick.
Best not to have the little kids best you 2 up. Nice of you.
Thank you, Devins. Thank you. So, and then I remember having a conversation with his mother earlier, and his mother was telling me about, like, how, like, his father was never around and shit like that. And she doesn't know how to talk to her son about being a boy / being a man, which she was very open about it. I was surprised that she was that open about it. But anyways, So we're playing football, and like me and Prez, while in the midst of playing the game where we're supposed to be opponents, at the same time, like I'm telling Prez, yo, have that big kid run short routes to catch the easy passes to build up his confidence. And Prez was like, I know, I got it already. Like, you know, we were already on the same page when it came to that one kid, right? He dropped a lot of passes. And then it got to the point where I'm not sure if he really hurt his hand, but he said that he hurt his hand and he had to take a break. So he sat down in the grass and we all took a break. You know, the kids went to grab drinks, they went to grab water, and me and Prez were just there talking. And then I was like, you know what? Hold on a second. So I went to my car and I grabbed my gloves for football, you know, and like football gloves nowadays, they have like this one side of the football glove, which is your palm side, has like this new, like it's like a sticky type adhesive material, which helps you catch the ball better, so to speak. You know what I mean? They started doing that shit way after like we were playing football, because when we were playing football, those gloves really didn't exist. But they started doing that shit after. So I gave this kid my gloves. That should tell you how tall the kid was, because my gloves like fit on him very well. You know what I mean? So he put on the gloves and stuff, and you know, before the game even started, because the kids were still drinking water and stuff, like, you know, me and Press started throwing balls at him. He started catching all of them. We were hyping him up like, yo, you got this, you're good. Every time he dropped the ball, we were like, yo, just forget about it, move on to the next play. Like, everybody drops the ball, whatever. And then we you know, the kids came back, we started playing the game again. I don't know. Press could correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it was like during that play, during that I want to call it, I guess, during that run. No, not run. What would you call that? Like during that specific, like right after the timeout, during that play, is when Press like took the ball and throws it, and this big kid catches it over fucking everybody. He caught a touchdown, and then the way his fucking confidence just fucking shot up, because it's like he already had the celebration in his head, because after he caught that touchdown, bro, he spiked the fucking ball. Like, he had that whole celebration, but it was just so good to see him, you know, like to see that confidence just run through him. Now, granted, like after that play, he dropped a couple of more passes, and you saw the confidence just drop right back down again. But like, how do I say this? Like, I legit finally saw, like, holy shit, what not having a father figure. And when I say father figure, I don't mean like your father being in your life, because your father doesn't have to be in your life to have a father figure. You know what I mean? Like, you could have an uncle step in, you could have a best friend's father step in, you could have, you know, you could even have a stepdad step in. But man, when I saw this kid not have any confidence whatsoever, I was like, damn, bro, like, it was just crazy, man. It was crazy. We try our best to boost him up and whatever, and then after we finished playing football with him and whatnot, he was expressing that he wants to try out for the football team. He's never played sports in his life, which that's crazy to hear that, you know, I've never played sports in my life. You know, we asked him, so what do you play? What have you played? And he was like, I've never played sports in my life. I just got into them. So I was like, damn, like, it's just little details, man, but they go a long way. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, damn. I don't know why. I just been thinking about that kid the whole time. Because like, when in my team, I kind of had a similar like the white boy that I was talking about in my team, he definitely didn't carry the confidence my nephew carried. But he also wasn't quiet either. Like, whenever, you know, he would talk shit too, you know, the white boy. But he also wasn't catching the catches that my nephew was catching. You know what I mean? So when I picked up on that, I started having him run short routes. And whenever he ran a short route, and I would just, you know, dot him with like nice and easy passes, he would catch it. And then on top of catching it, he would get some yards after the catch too and stuff. So like I found his little niche. I know my nephew loves going for the big fucking plays. No matter how many times you tell him, bro, just run a short route. Like, you know, progress is progress. You don't always got to go for a touchdown every play. You're not going to tell a fucking 12-year-old that, you know what I mean? Like they always want to fucking score a touchdown. So I just let my nephew do whatever he wanted to fucking do. And I had this other kid run short routes. And whenever my nephew wasn't open, or whenever this kid was significantly open, boom, I just, you know what I mean? Just freaking get that yak in. Just fucking throw yards after catch. And you could tell that little by little that built that kid's confidence, because on defense, right? On defense, I'm not gonna lie, on defense, my nephew started the game trying to guard the kid that was talking shit to him. And that wasn't working out at all, because like the kid that was talking shit to my nephew, he could play. I mean, could he play better for the size that he was? Oh, definitely. Like if I was that kid's size playing with somebody that much smaller guarding me, forget about it. I would have ran circles over that little kid. But, you know, he was dropping his fair share of passes and stuff, but he could play. He was ready. You know what I mean? He was ready to back up the shit talking. So when we saw that my nephew guarding him wasn't really working out, I had the white boy who was a little bit taller than my nephew. I had him guard the shit talker. And when he guarded the shit talker, he made it much more difficult for that kid to get any catches in. And so that's how we eventually ended up taking the lead and eventually winning the game, because, you know, the white boy started defending the shit talker, and it got to the point where like that the shit talker was dropping so many passes that the white boy was like, yo, I don't think I even need to guard him anymore. Like, I don't even need to be there to guard him. He's going to drop the ball regardless. So it's just so crazy how little fucking things to boost your confidence or ego like changes your mentality so fucking fast, because you're like, I'm over here, me and Price are just over here, and we're just watching these kids like just change their fucking aura, so to speak, in a matter of minutes, in a matter of plays. And I just thought that was pretty fire. I thought that was pretty fire, man. I thought that was pretty fire. And yeah, thank you for joining my TED Talk. I just thought that was pretty fire. And I, you know, that tall kid who has no confidence, man, I hope he gets it, man. He's a good kid, man. He's a really good kid. You know what I mean? So I hope he gets that confidence. Nah, it is cute, but like, it just goes to show you, like, you know what I mean? Like, I know people are out there thinking, you know, and it's true. You know, you could be a single mother and be a very successful single mother and raising a child on your own. And, you know, my mom was that. You know, my mom was a successful, you know, single mother, so to speak. I mean, I got a lot of fucking childhood trauma because of her not really being around all the time, doing what she had to do. But when like a mother is sitting there and openly admits that she doesn't know how to talk to her son about how to be a boy or how to be a man, and then you just see it, literally you see it on paper, like I see the mom and she's very self-aware, and then here comes her son, who I'm sure if he had any type of father figure in his life, with his physical, like with his physical and how tall he is compared to other kids around. He's a 12-year-old, but this 12-year-old was almost my height. He's 12 years old and he's almost my height. He's almost 5'7" at 12 years old. You know what I mean? Like, imagine what you could do being 5'7" at 12 years old. You know what I'm saying? So like, you have this kid who's literally the tallest out of the bunch, but he has the least amount of confidence out of the bunch. Is just so crazy to see. And And again, yes, you could be a single dad too, but there's gonna come a time, like, especially if you're a girl dad, there's gonna come a time where who the fuck are you to tell a girl how to be a girl and how to be a woman? You know what I mean? Like, I think I'm a break. Like, this might be a hot take. This might be a hot take, okay? But the reason why a lot of kids that come from opposite single family parents, or not even opposites, just come from single parent families, or not even single parent families, but like just like fucked up situations, all right? The reasons why they grow up to not be like, how do I say this? I'm trying to word it. All right, forget what I just said. The problem with society is this. I'm saying society as a whole. I'm not trying to single out people in chat or whatever. The problem with society is this. When people raise girls, right? When people raise little girls, all right? And this is raising little girls on what, on like how to view the opposite sex. When we raise little girls, right? We try to protect them too much. Okay, that's one thing, which is a bad thing to do. We try to protect them too much, and then two, we raise little girls by teaching them what they should expect from the opposite sex. But we don't raise little girls on how to treat the opposite sex. You get what I mean? When it comes to raising little boys, we do not protect them enough. All right? We try to tell them to suck it up. We try to tell them to walk it off. We do not protect them enough. And when I say protect them, I mean like an emotional type of way, all right? So we don't protect little boys enough. And then on top of that, when it comes to raising little boys, we don't teach them what to expect from the opposite sex. We teach little boys how to treat the opposite sex. So when they grow up, women grow up expecting something from the opposite sex, but not knowing how to treat the opposite sex. Whereas men grow up kind of knowing how to treat the opposite sex, but not knowing what to expect from the opposite sex. And that's where shit fucks up. That's my hot take. I lost you? Put it this way. I'll just give you examples. Mill, I agree with you in that, Mill. All right, let me give you an example. Me, I'm a parent. I'm raising a little girl. As I'm raising my little girl, I'll always tell her, don't take no bullshit from a man, right? Don't take no shit from no man. Make sure you get a man that loves you. Make sure you get a man that does this for you. Make sure you get a man that does that. Literally all expectations. Make sure you get a man that loves you. Like, you know, just all expectations. I never teach my daughter how to treat a man. I never teach my daughter be there for a man mentally, like, you know, be there for a man emotionally. I never teach the girl be there for a man and, you know, be his rock. Help guide him. If he makes a mistake, don't punish him for that mistake. Help him correct that mistake. You get what I mean? We don't teach that to little girls. We only teach them what to expect from the opposite sex. You know, get you a man that does this for you. Get you a man that does that. Get you a man that does this. Don't take any shit for that, all right? No. That's where you're wrong, Allie. I'm not saying it should be your responsibility. But if you're looking for companionship, if you're looking for partnership, at the end of the day, if your partner is not all there mentally, if your partner is not there all, you know, you have to know how to, you gotta have to know how to lift them up. You gotta have to know how to approach that situation. And I just feel like I feel like we learned that as adults and not as kids. Because now here's the other example, Allie. When I'm raising a little boy, and now all the little boys are hearing is, you have to treat women like this, okay? Treat women with respect. Never hit a woman. Never do this. Never do that. When have you ever heard a mother be like, never hit a man? You know what I mean? When have you ever heard a mom say, treat a man with respect like that? Like, you don't really hear that shit when you're raising the little girl, because you're supposed to protect to the little girl. You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to listen. I'm not talking about that men don't listen. Of course, both men and women don't listen. Like, if we're gonna put it that way, you know what I'm saying? Again, as a parent, you could only teach your kids so much, because your kid is let's be real. Most of the shit that your kid learns is gonna be in school. Most of the shit that your kid is gonna learn is gonna be outside in the world. Because there's gonna come a point in their life when they're gonna spend more time outside of the house than inside of the house. But what I'm saying is, when it comes to the dynamic of a parent, and when it comes to whatever sex your kid is, for the most part, when you're raising a daughter, you raise them by overprotecting them, and not only that, but teaching them what they should expect from the world. Whereas when you're raising a boy, we're not protecting them enough. And again, both those things, protecting them too much and not protecting them enough, both have cons to them. You protect them too much, they won't know how to protect themselves. If you don't protect them at all, then they're going into the world damaged. You get what I'm saying? So they both have their cons. But again, we overprotect our women and teach them what to expect from the world. Whereas when it comes to men, we don't protect them enough, and we teach them how to treat the world, but not what to expect from it. And then when both worlds come crashing, we wonder why we don't mesh a lot. We wonder why opposite sex don't mesh a lot. You get what I'm saying? My 13-year-old, wait, but let me catch up. Hold on a second, because I saw people. Okay, so I lost Allie. What about indirect teachers? Because our society relies heavily on others filling in gaps because parents don't have empathetic, open combos with their kids. Well, that's what I was just saying about. You could do a lot as a parent. You could only do so much, because at the end of the day, like, most of what your kid is going to learn is going to be outside of the home. And I also brought up that point, Ashley, about having a father figure or a mother figure, not necessarily having to be the mom or the dad, but being the aunt, being the grandma, being the uncle, being the grandfather, being the best friend's father, the best friend's mother. You could have, a lot. My mother figure, aside from my mom, always being out and working and stuff like that, my mother figure for the most part was Prez's mom. That's why whenever she calls me, whenever she's talking to Prez and stuff, I call her mom. She's mom to me too, I call her mom. Be like, yo, what's up, mom? And yeah, like, that's mom. You know what I mean? So, because I'll be honest with you, like, Prez's mom filled a lot of the emotional, a lot of my emotional needs that my mother didn't, because my mom was always, out. So, mom is mom. You know what I'm saying? So there's that. I've always told my daughter that if anybody questions why she likes something, those are people she doesn't need as friends, because friends don't make you feel like liking something is silly to you. I mean, that's cool. You know what I mean? But also keep friends around that challenge you too. What if your daughter likes something that isn't necessarily good for her? You know what I mean? And then a friend picks up on that, a friend sees that, and a friend challenges your daughter like, this isn't necessarily the best thing for you. Like, if you don't like friends, like if you're gonna be my friend, like, don't be a yes friend. Don't fucking be a yes friend. Because what yes friends are gonna do is they're gonna see you they're gonna see you self-sabotage, they're gonna see you self-destruct, and they're just gonna yes you to death without being like, without challenging you. If you don't have friends that challenge you, then why even have fucking friends? You get what I'm saying? I strongly agree. I strongly believe you should have friends that fucking challenge you. Now, if your daughter likes something that is completely innocent and people are trying to make her feel bad about it, then fuck them. You know what I'm saying? But also, I mean, everybody likes different things, and kids are gonna be kids. So, I mean, can't say much about that. My 13-year-old niece is listening to this in the car, and we were talking about how her father was actually more restrictive and protective of her brother. And that's where your point comes in, Mill, about this generation. Because I feel like this generation, we're the generation. When I mean by this generation, I mean millennials and then eventually Gen Zs, because I feel like Gen Zers are now having kids right now too, right? Like they should be at that age where they're having kids too. But I feel like millennials and Gen Zers are now more woke about the whole mental health aspect of things and stuff like that. And the parenting is changing a lot. But there's still parents out there that, can't do it all themselves. And I'm assuming that your niece's father probably went through some shit in his life, whether it be his father not being there or his father not doing enough protecting, that now he's doing that for his son because he realizes, what it does to someone. My mother wasn't restrictive with me at all. You could ask Prez, bro. I could come home at any time I wanted. My mom was a type of mom that was like, yo, as long as you keep your grades up in school, you could be outside. Now, I wasn't outside, when I'm talking about like while I was in school. So from like, ages 6 to 18, I wasn't out there doing drugs. I wasn't out there doing anything wrong. I was literally just fucking doing hood rat shit with my friends, playing sports, doing what we got to do. You know what I mean? So my mom really didn't have anything to worry about, but could I have done those shits? Oh, of course I could have. Would my mom have known? Probably not. My mom was so like lackadaisy about, hey, as long as you bring back good grades, you can stay out as long as you want. I was leaving Prez's house late as fuck sometimes. You know what I mean? Didn't matter. So I know I have some unresolved childhood trauma because of the lack of restriction and the lack of protection that, comes with being a single parent. You know what I mean? I'm very self-aware about that. See, no, that's a stupid thing to consider silly. That's a really stupid thing to be considered silly. Oh, Disney is for kids or whatever. No, it's not, man. Especially like those fucking Disney Pixar mashups that they be doing now. Like, yo, that should be putting you in your fucking feels, bro. I actually love movies like Inside Out. I still haven't watched Inside Out 2 yet, though. But Inside Out, holy shit, I wish a movie like that came out when I was younger, bro. You know what I mean? That movie, like, I don't think people realize how fucking awesome that movie is, bro. Where, like, you're literally putting visual representation of every emotion that a kid could go through. Bro, that's fucking mind-blowing. That is mind-blowing. No, what what movies did we grow up with? The fucking Damsels in Distress with Cinderella and Snow White and fucking Princess Aurora and stuff. Like, you know what I mean? We grew up with that stuff where, like, oh, you need to be Prince Charming to fucking save the princess and stuff like that. And then we got stuck with the trauma that fucking Lion King left us, where because of Simba, fucking Mufasa died. So now childhood trauma there, like, oh my god, my dad died because I was not listening to my dad. Spoilers, yeah, man. If nobody here, if you haven't watched fucking Lion King, man, that's fucking wild, bro. If no one's watched Lion King. But yeah, that was my hot take. I don't know, like, and that's why it's a hot take, because I know a lot of people are gonna fucking, I know a lot of people are gonna have something to say about what I just said. But from what I've seen, from my experience, we raise women, we overprotect them, and we teach them what to expect from the world, not how to treat the world. And with boys, we don't protect them enough, but we teach them how to treat the world, not what to expect from the world. And then they wonder why we're all fucked up. And this goes for both men and women. They wonder why we are all fucked up, why we can't get along. Because boys go into relationships, and the only thing they could go off of is how dad treated mom. And if dad treated mom fucked up, then boys are gonna go ahead and think treating girls fucked up is the way to go, because you weren't taught. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, yeah, it's blunt. Thank you, Carly. I gotta hit one too. Shit. Oh, I grew up on Land Before Time too, man. Land Before Time was my shit, bro. A lot of people don't know, man. Spike, the Stegosaurus, that motherfucker was high all the damn time, Steel. Like, Spike the Stegosaurus was my fucking guy, bro. That man he ain't talk a single word. He ain't have a word to say, but yo, he was there for his homies, and he was high as fuck all the time. Shout outs to Spike, bro. Yo, he came out the egg toked as fuck. Yes. Also, let me see. I didn't miss your message, Devis. I mean, I finally found a relationship where the person has challenged me to help me to become more comfortable talking about anything and everything. I've always had a problem at times saying things. I could have the wild combo and then never say it to you. I've gotten better because of her. Oh, okay, and that's good. You gotta have people that challenge you, bro. And I think that's why I fucking love my therapist, bro. My therapist will never take a I don't know answer. Because a lot of times when she'll ask me a question, my immediate response is I don't know. And she'll tell me, nope. Be wordy. Say something else. And she'll literally sit there in silence until I say something. Societal ideologies don't help either, but those are changing though. Those are changing, but I also think those are also changing for the worse. And well, not for the worse, but they're also changing, but they have negative like connotations to them. So this is what I mean about that. So I guess I'll speak for like my generation and then the generation before us, like my moms and then even our grandparents and stuff. Women were taught to be the housewives, to be the provider inside the house, and to be the emotional crutch for everybody in the family, right? And then husbands were meant to be the breadwinners and literally just provide a roof over your head and, you know, food on the table. That was how society was painted back then. Nowadays, because of how that like mentality throughout the generations has fucked us up. Nowadays, and I don't know if Ali is still here, I don't know if Allie is still here, but I'm putting her on blast. But nowadays, because of how fucked up we've become, because of those ideologies, nowadays women are growing too independent to the point that they don't, quote unquote, need a man. Which, by all means, kudos to you. Like, GG's, like, you know what I mean? I'm all for that. But then after that, they get upset as to why men give up so fast when it comes to dating. And that's because I feel like, and again, this is going to be another hot take. It's going to be another hot take. I'm full of hot takes today. Women come into relationships. I can't explain your story. You got fucked over, you got damaged, whatever happened, but you'll come into a relationship with a man. Blank slate. Man has never done anything to you. Man has never done anything to hurt you. But you come into that relationship and basically you come in it with the attitude of the man has to earn your trust. The man has to earn you the man has to earn you putting down your walls. The man has to basically court you, which is okay. You could be courted, but you don't reciprocate that to the man. You get what I mean? You expect a man. You know how I'm gonna put this? It's literally the Scott Pilgrim effect. Literally the Scott Pilgrim effect. Where whatever fucking ghost you have in your past, thank you, Steven, whatever ghost you have in your fucking past, now the new guy has to come and fight all of them. And he has to literally beat all of them until you finally fucking put your walls down. So now you have this guy who's coming into a new relationship thinking, oh shit, brand new slate and whatever, and now he's got to do all of this just to bring your walls down. And whilst he's doing all of this, you're not really reciprocating any effort back because you're just waiting to see if that guy is going to prove to you that you can put your walls down. And so I think that's why a lot of guys just give up in relationships very fast. I'm not excusing men for cheating. I'm not excusing men for doing any wild shit that men do. But I just think that that's what's happening right now with society, is that women are growing too independent. And then at the same time, they're so independent, they still want companionship and partnership. But when that time comes around, it's like a man has to go through fucking hoops and hurdles to even have a chance. All right? And then when it comes to guys, it's like I don't know what they have this there's this whole new culture out now. Like it is so stupid that on a first date I can't take you out to fucking, I don't know, Cheesecake Factory. If I take you out to Cheesecake Factory, it automatically disqualifies me from being a good enough man for you. Like, what kind of stupid shit is that? You want me to on a first date take you out and drop fucking $300, $500, and I don't even fucking know if you're gonna reciprocate anything back. And I'm not even talking about reciprocate anything back like take me back home and fuck me. No, I'm not talking about reciprocate anything back. Like, I'm just talking about, like, you get what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if I'm really explaining myself. I just feel like nowadays, and again, this is no attack to anybody in chat, like nothing like that. Women are more impressed by the gesture of the man and not the man
No
themselves.
one knows what it means, but it's provocative.
I don't know if you understood that. Women are more impressed by the gesture rather than the man themselves. It got quiet. Thank you, music. And what I mean by that is you're more impressed by what restaurant I take you at on the first date rather than if I'm even a good guy or not. Do you want to know how many men out there could afford taking you out on like a $500 first date, but they're the most absolutely piece of shit man out there? And then there are guys out there that could probably only afford to take you out to like a coffee shop and share fucking a bagel and a coffee, but they're probably the guy you've been looking for your whole fucking life. Like, anybody can hide behind money. Anybody can hide behind money. Just because you make a lot of money doesn't mean you're a good man. And that's why when I say women are more impressed by the gesture than the man themselves, that's why a lot of shit is fucked up with kids nowadays, because with that whole culture of, oh, you know, if a guy takes you out of, you know, Cheesecake Factory in the first day, like, you know how like IG and TikTok have all these, like, you know, interview people on the street and stuff and be like, yo, where, you know, how much bread does a guy have to drop for you on the first date? And like, you'll be surprised how women be like fucking $300, $500. Like, bitch, like that, what? So I dropped $500 and I fucking, my gesture, because I didn't impress you, it was the fact that I was able to, afford a $500 first date. That's what impressed you. So it was the gesture, it wasn't me. Now, how many $500 dates am I gonna keep taking you on? I'm not gonna keep taking you on $500 dates. So what's gonna happen? You're gonna get impressed by this $500 first date, and then all of a sudden the dates are gonna go from $500 to, you know, $200 to $100, and then soon they're just gonna be fucking Wendy's dollar menu. And then once that Wendy's dollar menu hits and you start seeing me for who I really am, you're already too deep. You're already too deep. It's already too late. That's why I think like a perfect first date is, yo, you want to go out for coffee or something? I don't drink coffee. I don't drink coffee at all. You know what I'm saying? But like, if you take somebody out for a cup of coffee and a fucking bagel, you're literally stripped down. You literally strip everything down, and now it's literally person to person, soul to soul. You know what I mean? You're not hiding behind money. You're not hiding behind anything. There's no gesture there to impress you. It's literally person to person. Y'all just there talking. Y'all just there getting to know each other. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, chat? I feel like I scared off. I think I scared off like all the women in chat, and I feel bad about it. But my ex-wife always wanted to work. I said if you can make enough to support. If you can make enough to support everything, I'll gladly stay home with the kids. But it didn't make sense to have two parents working because one salary was going to be used for daycare, and I thought it was just a waste of money, and I thought it was just a waste of money to pay daycare like that. You know why? Like, I don't know, maybe this is my mentality, Devins. Like up to a certain age, I do believe you should have one stay-at-home parent, especially like during the younger years when kids are, you know, a lot much younger and whatnot. But once your kids start going to school, I think it's crucial for both parents to have for both parents to have a job. And the reason why I say this is this. A job doesn't just offer you a paycheck, all right? A job offers you some type of social interaction. And I don't think people realize how important social interaction is. Because if you're stuck in your house all day as a stay-at-home dad or a stay-at-home mom, and you have no social interaction, all you do is you wake up, you're there for the kids and for the husband or wife, and you prepare breakfast, everybody goes out the door, and you just stay home only to wait for the kids or the husband and wife to come back, then what are you really doing for yourself? And that, yes, that right there is true too, Steven. Social interaction now is social media, which is another fucked up conversation, but we could go, that's a different word, like that's another wormhole that we could go down. You know what I'm saying? But, yeah. I don't think it's ever a good idea to be a stay-at-home anything. Because, again, work doesn't just offer a paycheck. Work offers social interaction. You go out there and you build new relationships that are outside the house. You get to show people parts of yourself that you can't normally show your kids or you can't normally show your wife. You go out to have lunch with work buddies and say jokes and crack, and, you know, and do things that you normally won't do at home. It's a way of release that your home will not provide you. That's why I think social interaction is good for both mom and dad. You know what I mean? Now, bless your heart if, you know, bless your heart if you're one of those like social mom, like, you know, those stay-at-home moms or stay-at-home dads that while the kids and your significant other are out the door, you know, you could go ahead and call the girls and be like, hey, y'all want to have brunch? But like in this society, like not in this society, in this economy, how many people could realistically be stay-at-home parents? You get what I'm saying? So unless you don't have that kind of like, you know, outlet where like, you know, you're part of your group of friends are also stay-at-home moms or stay-at-home dads, and you could be like, oh, the kids are gone, like, hey, y'all want to meet up for, you know, y'all want to get our pedicures done, y'all want to meet up for this, y'all want to meet up for that, I don't suggest you do it. You get what I mean? My wife and I went on a $70 first date, hit up the Smithsonian and got a decent, bro, that's it. That's fucking it right there, bro. That is literally it. The perfect fucking date, bro. Meet up for coffee and bagel or whatever, you know, coffee and something. You guys are stripped down. You guys are raw. You're having an interaction. You're feeling the vibes. If you guys pass the vibe test, boom, go to a fucking museum after that. Then you, right there in the museum, you'll feel out more vibes. Not only that, you'll find out if the person you're with is, you know, intelligent or not. You'll find out if the person you're with, if they don't know something, are willing to learn something. Like you could do a lot in the museum. And then after that, after the museum, I do believe you should go ahead and then take them out to dinner, because if that person was willing to spend that much time with you in such a stripped down manner, then the least you do is, you know, the least you owe them is dinner. Like, you were willing to stick with me, and I didn't offer any over-the-top gesture. Like, you were there this whole day vibing with me for me and me only. Yeah, I'm gonna take you to dinner. Like, let's go out to dinner. And
I love getting stripped down and raw on the first date.
I mean, who doesn't? But still, you get what I'm saying? Like, social interactions in the workplace is cringe. I don't think so, Menchie. I don't think so. When I go to work, I have a fucking blast at work. I have a blast with literally all my employees at work. It's just the environment, bro. If you're working in a shitty environment that social interaction at your job is cringe, then I'm sorry about it, but you got to start looking for somewhere else to fucking work. You really do. Like, if you feel like simple social interaction at work is cringe, then you got to start thinking of another place to go. Because I have a fucking blast. Bro, I joke with all my employees. You know what I mean? Like, I have a good time. It's a vibe. Whether it be, you know, Peggy, who's, you know, 65, she's working on the phones, or whether it be fucking Catherine, who is, you know, 18, going into college, working the register. Like, it don't matter. We all have fun. I don't hang out with coworkers either. I never once, you know, hung out with my employees and stuff, and, you know, oh, we're gonna. Actually, I'm lying. Well, it was more like a workplace gathering. So, like, we like to always take like one day to all go, like, you know, we get a bunch of money, we put a bunch of money together, and we all go out to like the local park, and we run, like, because most of the people that work with me are Hispanic, and they all love soccer. So what we do is we go to, you know, whatever local park, and we fucking grill a whole bunch of meats, and we fucking play soccer, and we don't talk anything about work. We're just there, and we just fucking, you know what I mean? I guess you could say it's like the pizza party that, like, you know, jobs offer you. But yeah, we fucking vibe. But other than that, I don't hang out with any of my coworkers. I don't hang out with any of them at all. But that doesn't mean that social interactions in your workspace have to be cringe. You could still have good social interaction at work. You just don't have to be friends with them. But you know what I mean? Not every workspace is like the office. And push. And coast. But yeah. Anyways, I shot like 3 hot takes at you guys. Thank you for joining me on my hot takes. I don't know what got us there in the first place, but it was a story about the kids that we saw today. But yeah, we jumped a whole lot of subjects, but thank you for the hot, you know, thank you for you know, sticking around. I feel bad though, because I feel like I scared all the.
But the day is coming.
I feel like I scared all the women out of the chat. Although no, I know Ashley Mika's like reading like their book and stuff, so they're good.
The humans have harnessed the power of steam and lightning, and they grow mighty. If our hubris allows us to grow
No, I've seen a lot of people play it though. I even raided into someone that was playing it, but I haven't played it yet. No.
Down like dogs.
And so, you propose war.
War suggests
I love when you shoot a hot take on me.
might lose.
I got plenty more, Devin.
We strike.
Open up.
With my new
I got plenty more.
asset, we can control the change. Reclaim the Sanguisuja's rightful place at the top of the food chain.
Control the
Can I have some?
Yes, Flash, you can have some.
Even suggesting such a thing is blasphemy.
Dominic, brother, these are blasphemous times. While my methods may very well be at variance with our tradition, I can tell you one thing. If we don't adapt,
Yo, Joe! Are you guys back from the forest yet?
Peter Davala, for the high crime of conspiracy against your own kind.
Oh no, Flash, the sauce isn't a secret at all, bro. It's not a secret at all.
True death.
I told you, Father.
It's come.
They wouldn't listen.
The sauce has come.
we had to try, Felicity Mikata. Our work will be a lot easier if we can help them understand. If we can't,
We force them to.
Yo, Joe, you and Mill do so much cool shit, man.
At least I watch the kids.
I fucking love that for you guys, bro. Y'all do, yeah. I've actually no. I went to Lake George once and I had a bonfire in Lake George. I did do that. I did that once. But you guys do so much cool shit, man. Hello? Shit. Shit. Oh, shit. Royal. Not y'all calling the police while I was in the middle of a boss fight, bro.
Some people get a gold watch when they retire. I got Susan here.
Should have asked him how to get out of here.
Too late. He won't be of any use for a month or two. Wait. What about Chester?
Well, what are you gonna do?
Now that is how you shape an explosion. Damn, we're late.
At least we won't be going back to the manor empty-handed.
Yo, what episode is House of Dragon on now? Yo, I was looking at a post on IG on the size comparison of all the dragons in Game of Thrones, and holy shit, what's his name's dragon is fucking huge. I forgot the name of that dragon too.
Feed him well.
Starts with a B, I think.
Ground to cover tonight.
No. There's another one even bigger than Vagar.
Presentation? whole institute is in town.
It's a black dragon. It's a black Balerion. Yes, that's the name, bro. Yo, that dragon is massive compared to all the other ones.
Great, so I'll just tell him you've traded.
That dragon's wing, like one of that dragon's wing, is literally the size of like all three of Daenerys' dragons, bro. Like Drogon and them were like fucking babies compared to Balerion, bro.
Home sweet home.
Wow, there's money out here. Bro, I would have missed that. I definitely would have missed that. I have enough bucks to buy an upgrade.
Can't remember the last time we gathered together in the manor.
Oh, I thought I found like a little secret, but I guess I didn't.
Mr. Rentier? At ease, boys. My father in his office? He is.
At ease, boy. Nothing here. I'm looking for cash money records.
Long time no see, Mr. Rentier. Mr. Rentier, you remember me?
I remember you vaguely.
Director Rentier sure looks edgy. Something's up.
85 bucks. We out here getting all the good cash money. Actually, let me check. I got 4,000.
Hello, sir. Director Rentier spared no expense to improve those gauntlets. Sir.
Where the hell you been? Thought you got bitten by some tick.
Some of those fangy fellas were hiding out in Providence. That's why the president ordered the western border secured.
Gravener's with you? He sends his regards. He's afraid you'll try and talk him out of retirement again.
I don't believe either of us want that.
You know he did risk his life to get this for you.
That's Harrow's trinket. I'm sure you'll both be rewarded accordingly.
Edgar isn't some civilian looking for a medal. This is all he knows. Your institute saw to that.
My institute? This isn't about Agent Gravener, Jesse. We are on the cusp of great progress, great change. Today's presentation is of critical importance to the family. After which...
Edgar is family.
After which, I expect you to step up to your duties here at the manor.
With all due respect, Director, I am a field agent, not a paper pusher.
You're a rentier!
Why must you always
Welcome back, Mill.
Feed these things to you, Jesse. There are bigger things at work here than running around in caves slaying beasts. I do believe someday soon you will see it my way. And if you don't, it's my responsibility to force that change. Now, leave me be. I must prepare for the presentation. And send someone in here to clean up this mess.
Did you hear about those ones that grew tentacles? That's a first.
Should have seen that priest armed with holy water, crosses, and whatnot. And that tick, he was scared stiff.
You would have loved to have seen his face when you walked in with that gauntlet.
Graven there by the stables. He ain't coming in.
I heard great.
Yeah, Graven there by the stables. Skip cinematic.
Gentlemen, if you'll take your seats. And, welcome. Yeah, I'm Assistant Secretary of War, James Harrow. President Cleveland wants you to know how appreciative we are of the vital service the Rentia Institute performs, defending our great country from monsters of all shapes and sizes. He also wanted me to make sure you're not blowing all our money on Mexican Monty, but that's another conversation. Yes, quite. Well, as I say, keep up the good work. God bless you all, and God bless America.
Thank you all for gathering here tonight. It's rare we gather in such numbers, but I believe great progress calls for momentous celebration. Our efforts in the fight against the Sanguisuga's spread have too often been baffled by the creature's most insidious weapon, their so-called glamours. These impenetrable illusions have allowed countless fiends to slip through our grasp.
Hey, yo, so you're gonna have someone to go there and see? That's what's up, Carly.
We've upgraded the standard field agent's gauntlet with something our science bots have affectionately named.
Yeah, that's what's
Zapper.
up.
Not exactly an elegant name, but it does the trick. When triggered, the Zapper sends out an electrical impulse. It shatters any
You know, you don't have to just
eliminating what is not,
like
leaving only what is.
see her for one day. Like, she could join us, you know what I mean? Go to the movie with us, watch Romulus and shit. Like, you know, we could all vibe.
For glamored nooks and crannies. This is the beginning of a new age, gentlemen. Armed with this gauntlet, there is no way our enemy can surprise us.
No, I've been blessed. No one has ever made me take them on a $500 date. Like, I'll go down this whole wormhole again, Amel. I was talking about the whole like dating scene nowadays. Like, I was spitting a lot of hot takes out there, and I came down to the hot take about the dating scene nowadays, and why shit doesn't really work out. And that's because, and I'll say this again, women nowadays, not talking about our generation or anything, I'm talking about like the Gen Zers and shit, and we see it all over like the internet and shit, you know, when they have those like live stream interviews and be like, yo, you know, how much should a guy spend on you on the first date? And you have these girls saying $300, $500. Oh, he better not take me out of Cheesecake Factory or all this other shit. And so I was literally saying that the girls nowadays, the women nowadays in the dating scene, are more impressed by the gesture rather than the man. And that's why men don't put so much effort into dating nowadays, because they're just tired of the shit. So, like, long story short, you know, I meet a girl and she tells me, oh, you got to take me out on a $500 date. And you know, whatever they like. She doesn't say it like that. I'd be like, hey, you know, want to go on a date? Sure. Where are you gonna take me? I tell her, oh, Cheesecake Factory, and she goes, on a first date? No. And then me being being a sucker that I am, and I like this girl so much, whether it be because she looks fly as fuck or whether it be because I just really like her, I'm gonna be like, okay, like I'll go all out for you. I'll take you to this spot. Let's just say some like Italian restaurant where like a 2-person dinner costs like $300+. When I say that women are more impressed by the gesture than they are by the man themselves, it's because if I take you out on that $300 date, you are not impressed about you. Like, there's nothing about me impresses you. What impressed you was the fact that I was able to afford a $300 first date. And then I was trying to, I got into it a little deeper where I was like, anybody can hide behind money. Even the biggest piece of shit in the world could hide behind money. So what you see nowadays is, you know, these people taking them out on $300 dates. And now you set the bar that high because, oh shit, $500 first date, setting the bar so high. And then little by little, you know, the dates start getting cheaper. Obviously, the more you hang out with the person. So they go from $500 dates to a $300 date to a $100 date. Eventually, you guys start hitting the Wendy's dollar menu type shit. You know what I mean? And then once you start hitting the Wendy's dollar menu shit and the man is stripped down from hiding behind all the money that he has, and the man is stripped down from all of that, and you're starting to see the man for who he really is, because now the gestures that once impressed you are no longer there, and now you're starting to see the man for who he really is. Now you're into fucking deep. And now you're like, oh shit, I made a fucking mistake. Because clearly he's not the man that I thought he was. But when realistically speaking, you really weren't thinking he was any kind of man. You were just impressed by the gestures that he was showing you. You know? Able to afford the $500 dinner and all this other shit. And that's when I was like, that's where the conversation went. And then I was trying to tell people like what my idea of the perfect first date would be. It'd be like, you know, my perfect idea of a first date would be going out for coffee and like, you know, go out, let me take you out for a coffee and a bagel or something. I'm speaking like I'm in New York, you know what I mean? Let me take you out for a coffee and a bagel. Mind you, I don't drink coffee, but for the most part, people like coffee. So let me take you out for a coffee and a bagel. That way, I strip myself from hiding behind any gesture. It is literally probably what I think in my mind, the cheapest thing I could take you out on, coffee and a bagel. And it's just two people, two souls, just sitting down and getting to know each other without hiding behind anything. Right? And then you feel out the vibes, you like each other, and then you know what? You go ahead, take him out to a museum. And then after that, after the coffee and bagels, if you guys are, you know, you guys like each other's vibes, we pass the vibe test, and you want to still spend more person, you don't want to cut the day short, take them out to the museum. You go out to the fucking museum, bada bing, bada boom, you get to learn more about the person. You get to know about what they like. You get to know about if they are, in fact, intelligent. You get to know about, you know, how they'll tackle something if, hey, you don't know anything about this subject. Are you willing to learn about this subject? And so on and so forth. Boom. They take you there. And then if you pass the vibe check there, then by all means, after that, I'll take you to dinner, because that's the least I can do, because you literally spent a whole day with me for me and only me. You didn't spend the day with me because I was able to afford a $500 dinner. You get what I mean? And so, yeah, coffee and bagels, museum, and then dinner. And you know what? Yeah, because he spent so much time with me all day, because, you know, for me and me only, I might splurge a little bit on that first date, take you out to a nice restaurant. But, like, there's a lot of people out there, a lot of good men out there, that because they can't afford that, you know, $200 dinner, because they can't afford that $300 dinner, a lot of women out there automatically disqualify them from being a, from being a viable companion / partner, because they weren't able to afford that first $200 date. So that's you telling me that you're more impressed by the gesture than you are of the actual man, because the guy couldn't afford the $200 date. You have no idea if everything else about him is literally the man of your dreams, and he just has trouble affording a $200. Who the fuck in this economy can afford a $200 date just off rip? You know what I mean? I mean, I'm sure there's people out there that could, but like, especially in this economy, why am I going to invest $200 on a first date if I don't know what I'm getting myself into? Do you get what I'm saying? And that's why, like, and I see what you wrote, Mill, and Joe is fucking phenomenal, which is why one day I will take him away from you. And I will do that by very aggressive sex and showing a lot of love to his food. But aside from that, when you start off with the whole coffee and bagel thing and going out to the museum and stuff and feeling out each other's vibes, I mean, that in itself, I think, in my opinion, takes more effort than me just putting down $500 on a fucking first date, just sitting across from you, watching you stuff your fucking face and barely getting any words in because we're enjoying the food so much. But a lot of people don't see it like that. And that's why I say the dating scene sucks now, because, and this isn't like, you know, anybody's fault, but social media has taught this. Social media, depending on how you use it, is a fucking poison. And so, I mean, we see it all the time. These street interviews. Oh, you know, if a guy takes you out to a Cheesecake Factory in the first date, like, is it a dub or what? Nah. Like, you can't take me out on the first date of Cheesecake Factory,